terrible phone call in the middle of the night from Michael Bay saying, "Foo, foo, how do you stand on my Transformers movies?" I just say, "With my feet." But that's only because you made 5 of them and I'm really short and I can't get the peanut butter off the second shelf. But honestly, Michael, I don't really like them. But that's only because of a few little things, storyline, plot, characters. But honestly, I do like the robot designs, and even though the designs, stray quite a ways from the G1 designs, I still like them. And, when it comes to the robot scenes in the movies, just like Megan Fox, I can watch that over and over and over again. And honestly, there are a few designs that I really, really like. And one example would be The Revenge of the Fallen Megatron, and this is so cool. He's by far my favorite version of Megatron in any of the Michael Bay Transformers movies. I absolutely love it, and I was looking so forward to getting this Studio Series figure. But when I got it, there was just something about it that was a little lackluster. I mean, look at it. It looks like it's made out of gray plastic. There's barely any paint to it. And, for a Studio Series figure, this thing's like $40-something, right? I honestly expected there to be more paint. And I know it's possible because they put out a battle-damaged version of this exact same Megatron, and he's got paint on him. So what gives, man? And that's the reason I am so happy that there are KO companies out there that'll take a toy that already exists and, I don't know, make it better? Maybe make it like what we should have got from the beginning, and this review is going to be on that. Now, this is going to be a Transformers review, where you won't see a transformation. And if you hate that, well, I'm sorry.
Get used to disappointment.
Because this thing arrived in robot mode, and in robot mode it shall stay. But I just wanted to show off the differences between this figure and the studio's figure. So let's get to it, shall we? Today's review will be on the Black Mamba.
Bud, I'd like to introduce my friend, the Black Mamba. Black Mamba? This is Bud.
And this is for the LS-06 Tank Mega Commander, also known as Revenge of the Fallen Megatron. And check out that artwork on the front. That looks so awesome. And believe me when I say, this box is huge. I mean, look at this. I only come up to crotch level just on the box alone. Holy cow. But yeah, if you were to judge a box by its cover, what's inside here is going to be truly, truly awesome. Now, looking at the back of the box, you got his name again and another product shot, and that looks amazing. There's a few little stats over here to the side, the head carving, and right-hand fusion gun belt light. Woo! I like that. That sounds like a good book to read. Down here you've got more. This comes with a replaceable arm to restore classic style. Well, that's pretty cool. So you can change out this part of his arm here and put more of an arm like that on there. So I guess you could get almost a first movie version of Megatron, although he does have the little tank treads on his feet and not the claws. Down here you can see the tank there that has the little wings that come off of it, so you can turn it into a jet as well. That's kind of cool. And then down here you can see more of the details, and that is so awesome. But yeah, now this is a figure that I've known about for quite some time, and I have wanted one ever since I first saw my first review on it. And I never thought I'd be able to get it, but I found one at a great deal, and I had to have it. So let's go back at the front of the package, shall we? Because believe me when I say this thing blows away the Studio Series version, and the fact that it's so much bigger is just an added bonus. So I say we open up this front flap and check out the figure. What do you say? And so, with the front flap swinging open, we find a really awesome shot of the toy, almost completely in scale too with the figure, so that is very cool indeed. Over here it has his name yet again, Tank Mega Commander, and over here we find a little window, and check that out. Like I said, that is practically in scale with that picture right there. And man, he looks amazing. He has all the silver paint. Look at the blue. It looks so good. But yeah, this thing is absolutely huge. You got another figure or picture over there, and that is so cool. But yeah, believe me when I say this is well worth the money, and I haven't even pulled it out of the package yet. So I say we pull him out and stand him up. What do you say? So, here's the Tank Mega Commander fresh out of the package, and check that out. If you were to say that the first movie was made using maquettes instead of like computer graphics and stuff, I would say that this is one of the maquettes they used. This is amazing. Just check that out. Now, this is him just fresh out of the package. I got his legs adjusted as best I could. Now, I don't know if this is 100% perfect or what, but man, oh man, I absolutely love it. Just check that out. And you know what? He even has some secret hidden features. One of which is light up eyes, and check those out. They're so bright red, that looks so good. And if that wasn't enough, if you look at his cannon, yup, it lights up too. Oh, look at that, a lens flare. J.J. Abrams would be very proud. But man, oh man, just on the surface level, this figure is amazing. Now, aside from the figure, you're probably saying, hey, what did it come with? Well, he came with an extra right hand, as you can see right there, and he came with some instructions, and that is very awesome. Now, since I'll be leaving mine in the robots, mode, I'm not going to be transforming this figure. But man, it is so cool that this is a functioning transformer. Because in all honesty, I would take just an action figure of Megatron if it looked this good. This is so awesome, and it reminds me of the 3-0, Bumblebee figures that are coming out. Man, the design work is just impeccable. So, but you know what? There's even more design if we look at the back of him, so let's go check it out, shall we? And holy crap! It's just as good on the back as it is on the front. Look at that. He even looks like he's got a little face there on his back. That's kind of cool. But yeah, just look at all the paint, the blue, how it looks like it's glowing and stuff like that. His big old tank tread feet and stuff. That is amazing. All the gears and cogs and stuff. Now, those designs were in the Studio Series version. There's a few changes here and there on this figure, but in all honesty, those designs are there. But man, they really brought them out with the paint and stuff like that. This looks cool. Plus the fact that it's upscaled just makes it so much better. But I think we've waited long enough. Let's compare this one right here to the Studio Series version. If you look here, here's the height difference. Check this out. This is the Studio Series version for like $40-something. And this one right here is like double that. And look at the size of him. This is amazing, man. The paint job on this one blows this little one away. As you can see, the gold is there, but since they left the gray so flat, there's no contest. I mean, this looks like it's made out of metal, the way it, shines and stuff. That is so cool. I mean, just compare this to this. Do you see a difference? Because I sure do. Now, I know it's not fair to compare this version of Megatron with this version over here. Look at how small he is. It's like he took his son out to the lake or something. Man, that is amazing. But honestly, if they can make this figure right here, just by using this one as the design, then why the heck aren't we getting these figures right here on shelves? I mean, it makes no sense. This one just looks so much better. I don't get it. Not to mention the fact that this one actually came with a, interchangeable right hand with articulated fingers and everything. Plus lights to boot. I mean, this is the Megatron to own. But you know what? Enough about that. I say we look at these two guys up close. What do you say? So, here we go with a super duper close-up look. Now, because of the scale difference between these two figures, I'm not going to be able to show off each part of the figure up close and compare and junk like that. I'm just going to have to show you pieces of each of them. Now, starting with the Studio Series figure, you can see that the detail is there in their, design right here. But because they left the gray so flat, it just doesn't pop as well as the big one does. And man, oh man, check out this face. He's got his little fangy teeth. He's got his red eyes, as you can see. Now, that looks really cool. Now, usually you can't even see that because, it figure's eyes are in the dark, and you can't really see it unless you look at it up close. But that looks really cool. Just look at the design of his head there. That looks awesome. Now, one of the things that I did notice while looking at this figure after seeing the other one in hand is, speaking of which, his hand. Now, this one has no articulation whatsoever. It's just, big chunks of plastic, stuck together and stuff like that. In fact, this back, finger here and this front finger right here, they're all one piece. So, yeah, there's no articulation there at all. Whereas the other one has articulated fingers and stuff, and that is awesome. But, yeah, as I said, you can see that this one is basically molded in this gray plastic. They painted the gold and a few of the little marks and stuff. It would have been nice to have like a little silver wash or something splashed over the top of it. Kind of the way they did the battle damaged version. So I know it can be done at no extra cost, so I don't know why they didn't do it. It just seems like they didn't finish making this toy. But yeah, as you can see, this figure is actually so small that it's standing on top of the box of the Black Mamba that the Black Mamba came in. But yeah, the details, like I said, are here, and it looks really, really awesome. I just wish that they'd have at least tried to paint it silver. But hey, whatever. That's what this new version's for. And speaking of the new version, you can see right there the metal flake silver that's been painted all over his body. And that is amazing. Now, like I said, because of the sheer scale difference, just looking at him up close like this is going to be a little bit, more zoomed in. Look at his teeth. That looks amazing. You got all the little intricate parts of his face there. That looks so cool. And then there's those light up eyes, which if you look, it even looks like it has the round parts and stuff sculpted in. That is awesome. But yeah, just look at that shiny metal flake kind of silver that they have on the head and stuff all over his body. It looks so good. Now, if you want to see what those eyes look like without the lights on up close, they look a little something like that. Now, you can still make out the details just a little, but they're mainly black like the other toy looks, except for, it has a little bit of red splashed on there. It's usually what the other toy looks like when you just look at it on the shelf, because you can't make out the red, that far away. Now, working our way down his arm, holy crap, this figure is huge. You can see, just look at all the paint. The other one was basically silver, gray plastic. Man, just look at that. It looks so amazing. And here's those hands that I told you about. Now, not every joint of these fingers are articulated, but there are, articulation points all through the different weird-looking fingers that he has. There's one right there. There's some up here at the top. There's one. It looks so good, man. So awesome. Now, looking at him from the right, man, just look at all the details and stuff. Like I said, because this figure's so big, there's not a whole lot I can do but kind of show off really close-up views of it and stuff like that. But you can see all the paint that went into every piece of this thing. It looks so amazing. Working our way down his gun arm here. He's got that cloth crab thing on the end right here, as you can see. And then right up there is the barrel of the gun. You can see how that's painted. It looks so good. Right over here, if I can find it, where is it? Where is it? Right there's the button to turn on the light. And what a light it is. That looks amazing. And you know what? It actually matches the blue paint that's all over on this figure too. Because he's got it on his jets and stuff for the tank and stuff. And on his legs. It looks so cool. Because the way they were painted, man, it almost looks like they're glowing as well. That is awesome. Now, I do think this figure is amazing, and man, I highly recommend it. There are a lot of people out there that don't like KOs and stuff, but I don't know how you couldn't just by looking at this thing. It looks so good. But the fact that it's a KO aside, when you compare what you see right here to what you see right here, yeah, I don't think there's a contest. And check that out. He's got his alternate right arm right there. Looks like he's playing a crane machine, and he's about to win a Megatron. Now, in case you're curious, this is how this figure scales with the Wei Zhang upscaled Optimus Prime movie version. Check that out. And little old Bumblebee to boot. Now, this is actually an upscaled version of Bumblebee as well. I can't remember if Wei Zhang made that as well. I can't remember, but honestly, they look so good together, and this is what I've been wanting for a movie collection ever since I first saw these toys reviewed. Awesome. So, there's my sort of review for the Black Mamba LS-06 Tank Mega Commander figure, and check that out. If you want a movie version of Megatron in toy form, yeah, I don't know why you would buy the official ones when this one exists. This one is affordable, and it is absolutely amazing in hand. Man, I cannot recommend it more. So, until next time, tune in for more food reviews.
You fail me yet again, Starscream. Get them!
Hey, this is Nolan North. You don't want to miss food reviews.